Friday, June 7th, 2024, 3:58 a.m. As I am hitting the record button, you are not getting a boom. Oh, no. You are not getting a boom tonight. Tonight, we mean business. We are not messing around tonight. I don't know if I want to go this far. I don't know if I want to use this word. It's gotten me in trouble in the past. But I'm ready to do it. I am disgusted at what I saw from members of Team KMS tonight after the game. I am absolutely disgusted. We're going to get into it all. This is like a post-game press conference, if you will. Okay? And this is one player. I do not speak for my teammates. I do not speak for the fans, the organization. I speak for Mick Marks, end-of-bench player whose opinion should be valued by none. But I'm still going to vocalize it. So let me set the scene for you. I'm going to give you the last 24 hours because it has been a bit of a whirlwind and we'll build up to tonight. Let me start the early hours of June 6th. I recorded a podcast, the Beyond Average podcast. June 6th, by the way, is my mother's birthday. Unfortunately, I was unable to attend the birthday party. I had a ball game to win. You know, my mom knows this. She's a competitor. She knows exactly what it is. She didn't bat an eye. She said, go get him. Love her. But I would be an asshole if I did not mention that it was her birthday. And happy birthday, Mom. I gave you the shout out on the episode that the people did not hear. I sent over a podcast episode to the network, the powers that be, around 5:15 in the morning. And I didn't hear a word back. And now everybody's like, here it comes. He's going to go scorched earth. He's going to start yelling at the producers who are trying to help him after he spur an episode on them at 5 o'clock in the morning. No. I get it. I really do. I'm giving them a little bit of a hard time, but I truly gave them no notice and said no rush on getting it up. I guess, I probably should have said I talked about the basketball game that was happening that night. And since that the Unnamed show happens on Thursday, that gets recorded after KMS. They got to get that up and do all of that. They got to get KMS up as well after the Unnamed show. And then eventually BAP was going to go up. And I have all the faith in the world that the fellas were going to do that. Truly, I do. I just, again, talked about the basketball game and previewed tonight's game and, some of the practice stuff over the weekend, me and Mutt. It just didn't seem like it was going to be much relevance to people because I imagine most people are going to watch the game before they listen to this episode. By the time it got up. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people would have listened to the Beyond Average episode and then gone right to the game, but I doubt it, right? People would have probably watched the basketball game and then maybe they check out Beyond Average, but it's like, hey, he's talking about something that's not relevant, especially with what happened tonight. So, again, no problem with the guys. I really don't. I just give you a little explanation on why there was no episode yesterday. It was just a little lack of communication. Nobody's fault. If anybody's fault, mine. And I do love those guys, so no problem there. You know what? The best part about this whole thing? This is hysterical. I think Justin thought that I felt a type of way, like I was really upset by, Beyond Average not going up. And again, like I wasn't happy about it, but I wasn't like overly mad. I really wasn't. I wasn't tweeting about it. I wasn't like, fuck these guys. The producers are killing me. I just was like, oh, hey, if you can get it up, get it up in time, that'd be great. And then I sent them a text at probably, I don't even know, like 10:30, 11 o'clock in the morning. They were still doing KMS. And I think they went right into the Unnamed shows. They probably didn't even get a chance to read it. And I just said, hey, never mind. Don't upload it, please. And I was actually driving when I sent that. Shout out Dave Cullinane. And then I went home and took a nap. And by the time Justin had seen it, he probably thought that I had felt a type of way about something or, was concerned that I was upset. So he's reaching out to not only me, he calls me twice, sends me like 2 or 3 texts. He calls Beyond Average Christian, or he reaches out to him. I don't know if it's a call or a text. Who calls me? I'm sleeping. I don't know what's going on. I wake up. Christian's like, are you okay? I'm like, am I? I don't know. Am I okay? I don't know what's going on. I had no idea. They care, okay? That's all it means. I love those guys. They care. Okay? And yes, they know that they're dealing with a psycho. I get it. Shout out those guys. Love them. I will say, though, because of this, you guys missed a fantastic Brother Al fuck-up story. Oh, was it a good one? I'll retell it. I'll be a good guy. I'll retell the story. And I told it yesterday. Nobody got to hear it. I'll do it again. So Brother Al decides on my mom's 50th that he's going to throw a party for her. And if you know anything about Brother Al, again, he's a drip. Oh, is he ever. Zero personality. He knows nothing that people like. Not a social person, just a boring guy. He's not part of the party planning committee. Let's just keep it at that. All right. We're staying at 100. He's not there. But he's got this brilliant idea that he's going to be the one to, go all out for my mom. 50th birthday. I will say my mom does love being around family. She's not a very materialistic person. Jewelry doesn't do it. She doesn't travel that much. All she really wants to do is be around the people she loves. And so I get where Brother Al was coming from with this. But at the time, Brother Al lived in a house that we called the Trap House. Previously, me and Beyond Average Christian actually had lived there together with him and his wife now. At the time, it was, I don't even know if they were engaged. No, they were just girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the fuck that's called. They were just a regular couple. And, again, we called it the Trap House. It wasn't really that bad, but there was beer cans everywhere. Any given time, the bong could be out. It just wasn't a place where my mother's boss should probably be. You know what I mean? The woman who runs my mother's company, she probably shouldn't be there in that house at any point in her life. But Brother Al insists, no, we're going to host. We're going to do it here at the Trap. It had a big backyard, so it was nice. It's springtime, canopies. But Brother Al says, I got the idea. What does Mom love the most? Come on, tell us, Mick. What does she love? I'm like, I don't know. What? Pizza. Okay, sure. But Mom loves pizza, man. You know that. All right. Okay. So Brother Al says, you know what? We're going to do it. Pizza Barbona, catering. They're going to show up with a pizza truck. They're going to make 50 pizzas. Can you believe it? They're going to do this. I'm like, great, Alex. Sure. Okay, let's do it. Yeah. He's all excited, right? And this is the first time he's ever been able to plan anything in his life. And he's all, poor Nicole's like, what in the fuck am I getting into here? But me being the fantastic younger brother that I am, agrees to split the cost. Or at least, put a good portion in. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I paid. Despite disagreeing with the choice of the gift, I said, hey, why don't we get them a hotel room in Boston, nice hotel room, maybe get them tickets to a Broadway show. My mom loves Broadway. Oh, we'll go to Wicked. Well, you know what I mean? Get her and my dad to go to Wicked. 2 for 1. My dad's miserable for the night. My mom's happy. That is perfect. Brother Al says, nope, family bash, my house, my rules. I think he even got a keg too. Nobody drank it at all. Nobody even sniffed it. I think that was I'm pretty sure that was the same party that nobody touched the keg. Who gets a keg anymore? Who the fuck? Yeah, come on. Everybody drinks High Noons and fucking, White Claws and crap. Nobody's drinking watered down Budweiser from a fucking keg that's been sitting for a while. Nobody wants that. Brother Al, idiot. The driveway to this Trap House, I swear to God, I can't make this up. Crater. Just a massive hole. Huge hole. The CEO to my mom's company, shows up in a Beamer. She's like, I'm not going down this fucking driveway. It's just like, what are you doing, Brother Al? What the fuck are you thinking? He meant well. He did. He meant well. And again, my mom loves family, so I get what he was trying to do. But he's a fucking idiot.
What are you, out of your fucking mind?
Yeah, like seriously, Brother Al. What are you, out of your fucking mind? Holy shit. I can say this now, though, because Brother Al, to his credit, has done very well for himself. The house that he lives in now is fantastic. He's married. He's got a kid on the way. 2 annoying dogs. I'm joking there. I actually like his dogs better than him. So I'll give him credit for that, all right? Shout out Brother Al. Fine. I'm trying to think if there was anything else from last episode that's, I guess, oh, you know what? I mentioned that we have a new project in the works. I forgot that you haven't heard this. I'm not going to tell you what the project is. I know that's lame, but I'm excited about it. It's something that I've, had the idea for a while. I don't know if it's going to come to fruition right away, but I am slowly but surely putting this together. All right. Again, I don't want to sit here and just tease it and, talk blankly and vaguely about it. Just be on the lookout for it. Okay. It's something that I'm excited for. I've ran it by a few people. Certainly don't have all the details ironed out. I'm going to do a couple of test runs, a couple of test shows, and see how it goes. But it's definitely a full project that I don't want to half-ass. I don't just want to, hey, it's coming out in June, and here it comes. Like, no. I'm really trying to put this together. Nothing's going to be live or anything like that, so I'm not going to have any pressure to be like, hey, it's coming this day. I'm going to finish a good portion of the series, if not the entire series, and then release it. We're going to be smart, okay? But again, I appreciate anybody who is willing to at least show interest. Those who are willing to participate, I know there's been many that have reached out. I appreciate that. And I imagine I will take you up on it. So please just be patient with me. I don't have it all figured out, but I think we're going to get there, okay? Moving on. Oh, man. What else? Let me see. Should we just talk about basketball? Should we get into it? Should we get into tonight's game? I mean, talk about burying the lead. Fine. Here you go. Here goes nothing. I mean, oh boy. This is tough. I love this team. You know what I mean? I love this team. I'm not trying to stir up controversy. I'm not trying to be the end of the bench guy that runs his mouth too much. I'm not. But when I witness members of our team back up when our captain is being confronted by some fucking Aryan Nation looking motherfucker. Are you kidding me? You've got to be kidding me. I watched members of our team back up while some kid with shitty tattoos got in the face of Kirk Minahan. Do you know what the fucking team name is? Team KMS. Do I remind you what that stands for? I don't need to. Okay, we are all lucky to be there. I'm lucky Kirk didn't slap me at practice. All right? And still, you have members of our unit turning a blind eye and not willing to rip this kid's fucking head off like I was. Like others were too. There were more. Okay? And you'd expect it because that's what our team is made of. At least I thought that's what everybody was made of. Maybe not everybody. Most of our team, absolutely solid. They'll defend their guy. They see that and they just have a problem with it, okay? If somebody's in the face of our best player, our cap, I have a problem with it. I'm sorry. If that makes me a bad person, I'm bad. But you're not going to get in the face of my captain. You're not going to do that. No team that I play on. And this comes again after the game. It'd be one thing if this was, heat of the moment, a whistle, a call we didn't agree with, everybody gets, fine. During the course of the game, it's ball. But this prick crossed the line afterwards. I don't know exactly what was said. And Kirk's going to tell the story on the show today. He's going to give you the entire details on everything because I didn't see the start of the altercation. But I witnessed some disgusting puke get in the face of our captain after our captain was ready to rip his fucking jaw off. We're going to call it what it is. Our captain was ready to murder this guy. And this guy's very lucky that we got in between him and our leader, because Mufasa was hungry. Holy hell. I'm not kidding you. I've all jokes aside, I've seen people who have a look in their eye that are not fucking around once or twice. That's a third time. Okay? There was no bit. That was not for camera. There was, again, the game was long over. That was real. And credit to Kirk. You know, again, he's going to tell the story. I don't know how he feels quite about it. I don't know if he's like embarrassed. I hope he's not. Because given the situation, from what I know about it, I certainly would have hoped that I would have done the same thing. And I know that, you know, if my father was in the same position, I'll just say that he certainly would have done the same thing. He would have been doing the exact same thing Kirk is doing. So we'll leave it there. Well, I'm going to let him tell you the details. I'm just going to point out the members of our team, Andrew Augustus and Michael Mutnansky. I couldn't be more disappointed in you. I honestly, disgusted. And Gus, you are a great enforcer when the camera's rolling. Okay? When Big Cat's tweeting, you're there. But I watched Gus back up while some fucking puke was in the face of our captain. I watched Mutnansky want nothing to do with it. I mean, Mutnansky wanted... you know what he was doing? He was grabbing the guy who was like, hey, we don't need to be fighting, right? Yeah. No. That's all fine and dandy, again, during the game. If you don't want to be an asshole on the court and you just want to be friendly, that's okay, fine. You don't always have to play like an asshole. But when somebody crosses the line after the game, especially towards our leader... I can't believe the words I'm saying. What my dad would have made me walk home if that kid left with anything less than a black eye. And again, I would have probably got my ass kicked. But we're, I mean, at some point you have to show some manhood, some balls. And that's what I'm doing right now, questioning some of our teammates. I'm questioning their manhood. I'm questioning the cojones of Andrew Augustus, and I'm proud of him. Listen to me. I'm being dead serious right now. I am proud of Gus for the Chicago thing, for the internship. I hope it goes well for him. I swear to fucking God. Most people are probably thinking I'm being a weasel. I'm not. Me and Gus have had a long history. At one point, I was calling for his job. We were screaming at each other on the air. We've laughed. We've gone out to eat. You know, he's been part of the Beyond Average crew. I've welcomed in. He's always welcome here. He can come to my house if he's ever on the Cape. So again, this is not Mick Gus. This is not a vendetta towards Gus. This is just what I saw. I saw Gus ready to fight somebody on the court that he had a problem with. And I loved it. I love the way Gus plays. I love it. But I have a mega problem with somebody playing for the camera. Especially when our leader's getting, you know... I can't even explain to you the level of disgusting this kid was. The hair, the tattoos. I mean, oh, God, he looked like a creature. He looked like Smeagol, Gollum, Lord of the Rings, if you don't know. Jesus. I have a bigger problem, though. I'll say this. It's Mutt. Because at least Gus, I know, will fight for the team. Granted, he might want to do it when the red light's on. But I know Gus is a fighter, okay? He's willing to at least scrap. I'll give him that. Mutnansky, nothing. No balls but Nansky. You know, this guy's a father himself. How? I mean, that's not only the team leader, that's one of your best friends. It's one of your best friends. You know, maybe we're just cut different. You know, that's what I'm starting to think about me and some of the members on this team. Maybe we're just cut a little bit different. Because I don't play neutral. I never have. I never will. You know, if somebody comes after my guys, somebody comes after one of us, It's kill or be killed. And it's not only just kill that person, it's kill the whole team. We're killing that whole fucking team. That's how I feel. That's just my attitude. You come at us, you come at any of us, and we're not only coming at you, we're coming at all of you. Every single one of you can get it. At least that's the team attitude I want. That's what I want all of our guys to feel. Again, that's your best friend, Mutt. I don't know. Not only is that your team captain, not only is that the leader, the best player, it's your best friend. If somebody got in the face of Beyond Average Christian, God willing, I'd put him through the fucking floor before I walk away. I'm 125 pounds, and I would never, ever turn my back on a teammate, let alone my best friend, ever. It's just very disappointing to see. I'm disappointed in members of our team. I'm not saying we can't recover. I'm not saying this is the end. No. But if I am a member of this team and I am allowed to voice my opinion, maybe I'm not. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. But I have a hard time with turning your back on a teammate, especially our leader. Again, it's just, it doesn't sit right with me. God, man. I don't know. My coaches growing up, what would have happened there? We're going straight to the locker room the next day. My phone's vibrating, sorry. We're going straight to, everybody's wondering, where's the episode? What's going on? I had to finish my steak, okay? I fucking grilled steak. It was like 3 a.m. I'm just relax. Okay, it's coming. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm doing it right now. Growing up, though, I swear to God, this is what would have happened. We're going to the locker room the next day. We got the film out. Anybody who backed up is getting called out individually. We are not going to reward the ones who did their job and stood up for their teammates because that's what we do. We do not reward what we should be doing. We reward excellence. If somebody dropped that motherfucker, if somebody, made him lose some teeth, then I would praise them today. But nobody deserves that praise. I don't deserve praise. I just got, I was getting in there. I was mixing it up. So was Cinema Lord. So was Beanbag Ron right in the mix. Listen, there's so many people that I could compliment. But it's what I expect. It's what I expect out of our team. So again, I'm just going to point out the people who instead, that I saw, back up. Mutnansky. Speaking of basketball teams, real quick, a little off topic. That new Clippers show on Hulu, talking about Donald Sterling and that whole controversy with the Clippers, that whole thing. It's so bad. Oh man, this is terrible. Those people's versus the OJs, those documentaries always suck, and the acting in them is god awful usually. This takes the cake. Oh, it's terrible. It's so bad. Check it out. It's a great hate watch, I'm telling you. Look who it is. We got Beyond Average Christian. This is spur of the moment, up for the day. How you doing?
How we doing, folks? How we doing?
What time do you have to be at work?
Like 7.
All right, so I got you here for a couple minutes. This is great. You don't know much about what happened last night, correct?
I mean, I've just seen the videos and the stir on Twitter.
First of all, before I even ask you, I think I know what your answer is going to be. How do you feel about their comments yesterday about you on the show, saying that you're right on the borderline of being involved? I think Kirk said you were a part of the show. That's a big deal.
I mean, I feel like I got the endorsement from Kirk and Mike, but Gus seemed like he wanted to pipe in and be like, I don't know. He said no right away. So
trust me, we've gotten to him throughout this episode. I've said many things about my friend Augustus.
Yeah.
But you got to give him some credit. The Chicago thing. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. I'm happy for him. People are not going to believe me when I'm saying this.
I don't think anybody believes you.
Do you believe me? Be the truth. Tell the truth.
I guess a little.
You don't think I'm actually happy for Gus?
I do. I actually think you're happy. I do.
Okay.
I don't know.
But you don't think I believe it. Okay.
No.
Got it. Okay, so last night, this is what I'm going to ask you. You're an athlete, of course. And, like I said, you're open potentially for season 2 of the basketball team, but right now you're a hockey player,
I'm still trying to fight to get on season 1.
We certainly might need you.
I'm telling you, I'd make a difference.
Listen, you're a hockey player, though, right? This is how it goes. There's a code out there on the ice. What would happen if a player got in the face of your captain? No matter who you are on the team, if you watched another player get in the face of your captain, what would you say to your team that what they should do?
Time to step in, baby.
And do what? Anything, right? No matter what.
No matter what.
All lines have been crossed if you're going to get into the face of our leader, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's the same cloth I'm cut from. So I watched members of our team back up.
Wow.
Back up. Go south when there was some disgusting rat fuck confronting our leader.
Any names?
Mutnansky. Yeah. His best friend. Could you believe? So I go, if Christian was in a fight or even just an altercation, someone got in Christian's face, I'm 125 pounds. I might get killed, but I would try to slam the kid through the fucking wall before I turn around.
It doesn't even have to be for me. You did it for Kirk immediately.
Exactly.
You were right. You were in there immediately.
Exactly.
You did it for Mutt's best friend.
Exactly. Literally. Yeah, exactly.
Mutt should thank you.
100% Mutt should thank me. I couldn't agree more.
Thank you, Mick, for actually being a man and stepping up and doing what I should have done.
But the thing is, though, I said this earlier, we don't need to give compliments on the people who did their job. I just did my job. I'm doing my job. The people who didn't do their job, and Augustus, this is what I'm a little criticism of him, a little critical, because he was doing his job when the cameras were rolling during the game. When Big Cat was tweeting and people were loving it and Gus was getting in the face of the team. After the cameras went off and the red light was gone, Kirk's got some fucking clown in his face and Augustus is nowhere to be found. He's signing autographs. So it's who knows?
It's tough.
Yeah, we'll see. But
were you nervous at any point?
What? Nervous about what?
You might die in a fight.
No, I was nervous that kid's jaw was going to break. And I'm not even really, people probably think I'm trying to hype up Kirk here. It's just, when a guy's got a look in his face and like Kirk at one point moved me out of the way and I felt like that, like, oh, he's not fucking around strength. Like, get the fuck out of my way. I want to get to this kid move. It wasn't like a fake, like, oh, let me at him. So I think that kid's lucky because they were some of the kids were bigger on the other team. The kid who I think was running his mouth the most at the end, he was not that big. He was like 5'8".
What sparked it all off?
I mean, there was shit talk throughout the entire game, but I don't know exactly what has happened at the end. That seemed to be Kirk was walking out with members of his family, and I don't know if somebody said something to them or somebody said something out of line that was much more than just basketball. And it was after the game, 15 minutes after the game. It wasn't like...
I wish so badly more than anything that Kirk hit him.
I do too.
If there was a video,
but the problem is that there would have been a big deal, and people would have, he could have gotten in actual trouble. But it would have been justified. That's what I mean. My dad would have wanted. If somebody said something to members of our family, or he would want to kill him.
It would have been my favorite video ever, though.
I know. It would have
been my favorite video ever.
I know. I mean, just to be clear, I gripped that kid real quick.
I saw it.
I mean, I gripped him up. He felt the pause. Yeah. He felt it. He
felt the 120.
Oh yeah. That was a full squeeze there. Oh, God. All right. You got anything else? Anything before you got to go to work?
No, I'm telling you, boys. Give me a chance.
Yeah. Yes.
Give me a chance.
Yes. Cousin Christian, ready to go.
I promise.
Yeah. We got the Barstool game Monday. I don't know if that's probably... Yeah. I don't think you're going to be in that. But there is going to be a time where Kirk's going to be gone. I think Gus is gone, too. He's going to be in Chicago when he's trying out for the Inter. We have a body here that is willing and capable, and he will be... I mean, you'd be a ringer in this league. You have to slow it down. Actually, against the kids we played tonight, it would have been a good game with you. Like they were good. They're athletic.
I'm a player.
You're a player.
I'm a player.
I agree. You're an athlete. Just a natural athlete. Hey, the dog's gone. Where are the dogs?
It might be.
Okay, yeah, you gotta go find the dogs. All right. Anyways, people, take it easy. We'll talk to you soon, and go listen to KMS.